Hey you guys, welcome back to Zindy. So today I wanted to make this 2-inch to-go coffee cup with you guys. So we have sticker sheets for these, which are super fun and super cool. So you can interchange if you want like a pink top and a green bottom, so on and so forth. So we're gonna use this sticker sheet today and decorate this 2-inch to-go coffee as a badge rail. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and do the back of this acrylic blank. So I already cut the solid piece of this to-go coffee in this black holographic vinyl. So I'm gonna go ahead and weed that, and we're gonna go ahead and apply that to the back. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. And whenever you're weeding your vinyl, it should be super easy, like what you just saw. So if you have trouble weeding your vinyl, if it's sticking, anything like that, definitely take the time to mess with your cut your cut settings. That will save you so much time and headache. The other thing is depends on how new your blade is, okay? So especially metallic vinyls, that will dull your blade really, really quickly. So if you cut a lot of glitter or metallic, you might have to replace your blade sooner than you would think, okay? And that will make a huge difference. So I'm just reusing this piece of transfer tape from a previous project, and we're gonna go ahead and apply this to our acrylic. I didn't put an offset or anything on this. We are not gonna be sealing it with UV resin, so it's not super important, and I will use an X-Acto knife to just trim the edge, okay? So this is going to be like the exact size of the acrylic, and you might have a little overhang. I'm going to move it out of the camera just for a minute for me to apply it so that I can really see what I'm doing, and then I will show it to you. All right, so got that on. It really helps me personally to look directly over the acrylic and the vinyl when I'm applying it to really see if I got it in the right location. So that's why I had to remove it from the camera, because the camera is in my way. All right, so we are gonna just roll this transfer tape down like that. Super pretty. And what I'm gonna do is just turn that over and see if I see any overhang, and I'm just gonna take an X-Acto knife and trim that off. If you were going to apply UV resin to this side or any kind of resin, you would want to add an offset to your kiss cut, to your SVG first, an internal offset to make it slightly smaller than the acrylic blank, just so the resin has something to adhere to. But because we're not going to resin that side, it really doesn't matter, and I want it to go all the way to the edge. All right, so that looks good. I trim this a little bit. Nice. All right, so that side is done. All right, we're going to turn that over, and we're going to use our Kiss Cut sheet now, our sticker sheet. So for this one, let me zoom out so y'all can see what I'm doing. So it has 9 stickers on it. And what I'm gonna do is just remove this extra. We don't need that, and it'll just make it easier when applying the transfer tape. There we go. And then we also are gonna remove the center on all of these. So these come pre-cut, so they come just like this, and then all you do is remove the excess. All right, we're going to take our transfer tape, and we're just going to cover this whole sticker sheet with transfer tape so that we can have them all ready to go. So lay transfer tape down, sticky side face up, and we're just going to take our sticker sheet, bend it a little bit where the center will touch first, and then roll that down. Just trimming that extra, rolling that transfer tape back up. And there we go. We're going to take our squeegee, and we're just going to burnish this very well to get it all sticking. If you ever have trouble with bubbles or anything like that, it could also be your transfer tape. If it's too sticky or not sticky enough or not burnished well enough, you could get little micro bubbles. All right, so got that. Now, let's go ahead and remove the protective paper on the other side. The holographic glitter is super cool. It's always silver on one side and then colored on the other side. So we're gonna put this on this side so that we can see the silver side. And I'm thinking we might do the blue one. It looks really pretty with that silver. Yeah, let's do the blue one. That sounds good. So I'm just gonna use my scissors, take the one we need, turn this face down. Let me get you a little closer so you can see better. And we're just going to roll this backing paper off. There we go. Now I could do the top and this part separately, like apply them separately, but they are pre-spaced, so it doesn't really matter. It just depends on what you feel more comfortable doing. And again, looking straight above is usually the best option, which I have the camera in the way, so I'm not sure if I got it perfectly. All right, we're gonna take our squeegee, work for the inside out, and we're gonna roll that down. Oh yeah, looks good. Okay, so we have our little to-go coffee. This would be really cute to put like an initial or like a little heart image or something there. You could really personalize these that way. But that would be a completed one besides our UV resin if you want to add that. So we're going to do that real quick. We're going to get our silicone mat, lifesaver, our gloves. You don't want to get UV resin or any kind of resin on your skin, so definitely do not get it on your skin. Take precautions. Work in a well-ventilated area also, especially with epoxy. You want to use a respirator. All right, so let's go ahead and add some UV resin to this. I am using Resin Rockers UV resin. That's what we sell on the Zindy website. It is phenomenal. And y'all don't laugh at this bottle. This is my older bottle, and I glued this shut with resin on accident, so we are just going to open the top all the way and pour it on. Also, just remember when working with UV resin, it is cured by UV light, so you cannot do this outside. And you cannot do it by an open window, okay? So you want to make sure no UV light is getting to it, okay? You want to be pretty generous with your UV resin, but not so much that it goes over the edge. It's a lot more difficult to pour it the way I am rather than using the nozzle. All right, so now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to just take our resin and we're going to slide it to the edge. Be aware when working with Kiss Cuts, you don't want to rub your brush on the Kiss Cut once you apply your UV resin, as the inks do get soft and you could scratch it, okay? So you just want to lightly move your UV resin to the edge without touching your Kiss Cut. Once it's cured, you're totally fine, but while it's still wet, the inks could get soft, especially if it takes you a little while to get it all to the edge. The longer it sits, the softer it gets. All right, so we got our resin all the way to the edge everywhere. I see a little divot right here, so I'm just gonna move some resin over there. Also, it's important to have a level surface when you're doing this because resin is self-leveling, but if your table's crooked, your resin's gonna be crooked, okay? So from here, we're gonna take our torch and just pop any bubbles. Be careful to not leave the flame in one spot too long. You don't wanna burn your resin or your kiss cut or anything like that. You just wanna warm it up to get those bubbles to dissipate, okay? All right, this is looking pretty dang good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cure this. Now with Resin Rockers UV resin, the slower the cure, the more glass-like finish you're gonna get, okay? So the first 60 to 120 seconds, you wanna do a low wattage, like 24 watts. So we're gonna do 24 watts for, we're gonna go ahead and do it for 120 seconds, and then we might bump it up a little bit, okay? All right, so what we did was 24 watts for 120 minutes, and then we went ahead and did, not 120 minutes, oh my goodness. 24 watts for 2 minutes, and then 36 watts for 2 minutes, okay? So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check the resin on our actual brush and make sure it's not sticky at all, okay? Let me take my gloves off so I can really feel. If it's sticky, doesn't look like it is at all. Okay, yeah. So if the resin on your brush is cured, then the resin on your acrylic will be. So it's a good way to check without actually messing up your acrylic or anything. Okay, so from here, this is finished. So it's so cute. See that shine is super, super nice. And then the back looks like this. So from here, what we can do is we can actually attach it to our badge rail. So there's a few different ways that we could do that. We can attach it with UV resin, we can attach it with a mixed media adhesive, or we can attach it with a dual lock Velcro such as this if you want to make them interchangeable. Today, I'm actually going to just attach it with this putty just so y'all can see. So there's another way to make them interchangeable, and the putty can be reused. So let me get a badge rail. Here we go. All right, I'll push that on there. I really like the putty to make the interchangeable ones because you can't tell at all, and it is like really strong. Like this is barely any, and you can really get these attached, especially if you put more putty. So it's really, really nice. Like here is another one that's attached with putty, and this is a pretty big one. So to remove it, yeah, it's like that. So this is just another way to make them interchangeable that I really like. And you can always send your customer extra putty if they need more. So just an idea. All right, so we got that attached. So cute. Look at that, you guys. So, so cute. So hope that helps. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.